When the economy is weak, funding for state universities may drop. Charitable organizations like Salvation Army are asked to provide greater assistance at the same time that their own incoming contributions are down. Hospitals are affected by the availability of government grants and the number of low income patients must treat for free. Given the importance of economic environment, we closely examine two key goals of the US economic system: economic growth and economic stability. We begin by focusing on the tools with which we measure economic growth, including aggregate output, standard of living, gross domestic product, and productivity. We then discuss the main threats to the economic stability, namely inflation, unemployment. We conclude this part of our discussion. Government attempts to manage the US economy in the interest of meeting national economic goals. Then, what is economic growth? At one time, about half of the population of the country was involved in producing the food. What we need today is less than 2.5% of the US population works in agriculture, but agriculture efficiency has improved because better ways have been devised for producing products. Better technology has been invented for getting the job done. We can therefore say that agricultural production has grown because we have been able to increase our total output in the agricultural sector. Aggregate output and standard of living. We can apply the same concepts to the nation's economic system, but the computations are vastly more complex. A fundamental question there is how we know whether or not an economic system is growing. Experts call the pattern of short term ups and downs, or better expansion or contractions, we can name it. Well, in the business cycle, the aggregate business cycle, the main measure of the growth in business cycle is aggregate output, the total quantity of goods and the services produced by economic system during a given period. Well, entrepreneurship has new ventures. If we want, uh, McDonald's has become an international icon of the fast food industry with 30,000 restaurants in 121 countries. The golden arches have become as recognizable to foreign consumer as the shape of a Coca-Cola bottle. Yet in the recent years, McDonald's seems to have lost its competitive edge both at home and abroad. In the United States, for example, the company's menu is seen as unhealthy, its stores are outdated, and its customer service skills seem to be slipping. McDonald's is no longer has been leading in technologies, with the rival inventing new processing and cooking technologies. The firm's traditional market, children and young men, are spending less on food, while markets McDonald's doesn't target notably women or older consumers, those who spend more, in fact. Profits have dropped, and Starbucks has priced McDonald's as the food industry success story. To grow, McDonald's has had expand aggressively into foreign markets, especially in Europe and Asia. However, consumers in many of those countries do not always like McDonald's Americanized look and products. So the burger makers has had to cater local